Good morning to you. I'm meteorologist Caroline Carithers with the News 5 First Alert Storm Team here with your Tuesday morning tropical update. We have some news from the National Hurricane Center. As expected, Tropical Depression 13 has formed in the central Atlantic. So here's a look at the big picture of things here before we get into each area that we're tracking. Of course, we have Tropical Depression 13, which we'll get into. We are also tracking Franklin again. Remember Franklin? It was a hurricane for a really long time, moved past Bermuda into the northern Atlantic, and its remnants, it did fade away, and its remnants has been kind of drifting around for a couple of days. It now has the low chance of redevelopment as it moves towards Spain and Portugal. We'll look at that. Obviously not a threat to our area. We're also tracking another tropical wave off the coast of Africa, has a high chance for development too. So let's start with Tropical Depression 13. We've been watching this tropical wave for a couple of days now. It had a high chance for development. It was likely to form, and it did that. It's got max winds now at 35 miles per hour here. It's about halfway between Africa and the Lesser Antilles island chain here, so in the central tropical Atlantic. Now, over the short term, we are expecting this to become Tropical Storm Lee in the next day or so, and then gradually work its way up to a Category 1 hurricane by the time we get to Thursday. But past Thursday, Friday, it is going to strengthen quickly. So we've got a slow development for the next couple of days, but past that, the wind shear starts to relax. The water is really, really warm near the Lesser Antilles. So it's expected to become a Category 4 major hurricane by the time we get to Saturday morning. So this is expected to rapidly intensify, at least in the long term. The good news is all of the forecast models are pretty much in agreement, and we've been watching the forecast models for a couple of days now, of taking this north of the Caribbean, keeping it in the Atlantic, which is really good news, at least for our area. But we're going to continue to watch this. Of course, when we have a storm that's in low latitudes like this, we're going to keep an eye on it, and of course, we'll continue to keep you updated as well. Not a current threat to our stretch of the Gulf Coast. The next name on the list is Lee. Of course, we knocked off Katia, Jose, Adalia, all of those names. The next name on the list is going to be Lee. So we'll likely have Tropical Storm Lee by the time we get to tomorrow. Another area we're tracking off the coast of Africa, just starting to emerge there in the short term, likely not going to develop, but moving toward the end of the week, has a high chance for tropical development. Tropical depression could form in the next couple of days here as we move towards Thursday, Friday. We also have the remnants of Franklin that we were talking about. It does have a low chance of redevelopment in the northern Atlantic as it moves towards Spain and Portugal. So that is kind of the wrap up of everything we're tracking right now. We'll of course continue to keep you updated. In the meantime, you can head to WKRG.com. We have the hurricane map room. It's constantly updated with our latest video and graphics and everything you need to know. Stay safe.